final commitment. Christian doing a very good job, can't find the double. Now we'll give them the man advantage, but a huge nade deployed towards the out there, almost certainly gets one, and now Ostico struggling with the scout, or is he? Takes him down, 15 seconds, that should be the round here, the 2 versus 1.
Timing well off from Vega that time.
Yeah,
they wanted to get the B split. They took too long in middle. Went 1 for 1 on the trade. Like you say, Chris did a great job of finding a single kill. That was enough to slow down Mir, and he just couldn't get there. He couldn't get to catwalk in time to support the players working inside of the B site. Plus, they'd already rotated on that. Again, there is a smoke you can throw from the B courtyard. If you don't have one in middle, that would aid that. And I think if they could have gotten up catwalk sooner, they might have had that round, but just couldn't get map control working in mid.
Remember, that's a round where Mousesports have got MP9s, FAMAS's scouts, and they come out on top. That says a lot about how this game's going to go down. Of course, we'll be the full eco from Vega Squadron here. No AWP recovered by Mousesports, so they'll just be on 5 rivals, and that's absolutely fine. They're building a huge bankroll here, and they should be guaranteed this one. Chopper goes for the head armor. It's up down to $1,000, but they'll have maximum loss bonus next round, meaning he'll have 4,400 in total. Doing the next one even more if the bomb gets planted. Always likely when there are upgraded pistols available. Sunny aggressive, of course, as he looks towards the underpass here. It's just going to be crossfires, and you can see a straight line formation from the CTs in the top left, just holding all the key areas of the map and making sure no one can advance in towards a bomb site.
Burned a little bit, but falls back to the keyhole. Stico. Try and time this to perfection and take down Chopper. Shander to start it off, though. Chopper still working out. Will he be found with teammates? Because they're going to go down ahead of 34. Got the kill on Stico, actually, so it gives him an M4 to work with, but 1 versus 4, good luck.
Well, that's good news for him. He's the player that really into this round. He gets an extra $300 back as something there. But Chris J will find the final kill. 5-0 for Mousesports, and I'm sure Sticker will buy the AWP. At this point, he's got 10K. Probably get dropped the AK by Oscar, and then the AWP comes out. That would make a lot of sense to me, at least. It's about time to run the big guns. They're not. They're staying on 5 rifles here. Keeping the deadly weapon in the cabinet for now, it seems. JR could be one of the more interesting AWPers of the tournament. 0-5 right now, which is an aggressive push towards middle. Doesn't look like that'll be happening. We have got some jump out of the window. Will be pushed out, imagine, actually going all the way towards top of middle by the smoke. Looking to open things up here. Remember, JR is watching that angle like a hawk.
Chris J is aggressive. The confidence is certainly there. Vega's not really establishing much. They haven't gone for A at all yet, by the way.
Well, they know Mousesports like to do this from time to time, so they're waiting to see if it will come through. Sunny gets down.
Watch for Sunny. Because Chris is pushed up. He'll make contact first, but Sunny might push through A as well if this doesn't go well. Chris gets the shoulder shot to JR. So they all pushed off the angle, and Oscar could surprise them entirely because there's Chris and Oscar shows up. That's one. Well struck. Players, what a reaction to turn around and flank. Pushing out from underpass as well. Sunny, but again, they're winning late duels.
Good work by Sticker not to die there. He could have won that duel, been 50-50, but keep the 4-on-2 advantage. Give 1 frag away, all of a sudden looks very possible for Vega. Run the timer down.
Chris's position's so good as well, because they're going to go back over for the bomb. Chris knows he can hear them. Good Perfect. Shots. Yeah, Mouse is looking well and truly ahead of their opponent right now, the class of the teams, because 5-0's about to turn into 6, and they haven't had any problem at all.
Well, that bomb is down, and Hutchie, he is out of this round, I'm afraid. Very good stuff from Mousesports. This is what they want to do. They want to show the lack of respect. Don't allow Vega Squadron to get too confident here. They're going to be good on their CD side. We know what they're capable of in terms of their aggression. T side, they're going to be relying on set pieces and the defaults, and so far they haven't been able to do either. And Hutchie, Sticker here, probably finds this kill. I'd have waited a bit longer before you challenge him, just to try and guarantee that he gets no money for the next round, but you can see Mousesports still want that to be a possibility. Watch coming in, can't find him. It's quite an expensive round, all things considered, for Mousesports, but that's fine. Here's Oscar doing fantastic work at the AK-47. Bear in mind, he is the AWPer of the team. He's very proficient with the rifles as well. That's world class right there. Excellent work. Should be the tactical timeout, I would imagine, from Vega. Still on maximum loss bonus, no bomb going down. And Hutchie not getting any cash makes things a little bit more difficult. Obviously, he already has the AK and armor. So they're deciding what to do. Kashanda with just shy of $5,000. He'll be able to buy. But JR still yet to strike 0 and 6.
7 rounds in, 9 kills total for Vega. Certainly means the money's building on Mousesports as well.
Oh, yes. Last round is expensive, but still, they've got plenty of cash here. Double orb set up now. So that's the one positive that comes out of everyone dropping there, trying to push the final frag. They now can change stance, double orbs. Just as Vega Squadron were getting used to 5 rifles being available, Chris J and Oscar, and Anders pointed this out, that is a horrible combination to be up against. Chris J, formerly the main AWPer at Mousesports, and now Oscar coming in, who's up there, I would say, in the top 5 at this point in AWPers in CSGO, and he is very deadly on Mirage. Watch out for him.
Push to mid. Immediately smoke that time. On the wall on the catwalk. And leaves Oscar just enough. They'll late smoke the window. I think he's got a gap there. He might be able to fly with that. He's going to go back out. I don't think he'll quite see enough toward connector, so Shander's going to get inside of it. He's waiting to see if they've taken over ladder as well.
Remember, this is technically a force spike. See the Galil's out, almost no utility, 1 minute 25 remaining in the round. They've lost a player, and Oscar looking towards short, and that's very good. Can't quite find the kill, though. He does get information that's made their way out of that area, and Hudgy now controls CPL. Bear in mind, 2 players in the B bomb side. Sticko, of course, actually pushing up in the apartment, so he's got a great position here, and it will be Chris J to look towards short from the forest positions. This is a really nice setup now for Mousesports. Look at it, everything's covered. No problems at all here. Just connector could be a bit of an issue with Kashander in there.
JR sneaking up toward the kitchen as well, has to be careful. Stiko's pushed up once more. So Hutchie toward the window. Remember, Oscar knows that they had CPL. Back it off. In fact, he's going to hands off Hutchie into place. 31 seconds. JR's just getting to connector now. Robson Sonny's still in the sight. Sonny with no pressure from the front side of the A. Take in terms of Palace and A main means that he can play reverse fire. He can just sit in the corner, wait to swing around. Robson with the information. Tries to spray through to get the planter. Can't quite do so. Good trade Kashander, or at least to one-up the position. Mears found Sonny, who peaked a little bit early as well, so that position in the sight's been compromised. Good shot, Chris, though. Kashander goes down, but Oscar and Chris have to retake with 2 AWPs. Stiko, the only one with a rifle.
Yeah, he's coming from the A ramp right now. JR Hutchie holds toward jungle, watching that vent closely. Bomb ticking away now, and you're absolutely right. The double orbs does make things very difficult, especially the fact they have no smoke here. It's going to be Oscar that has touched a bomb and hoping to nail a shot. That is very good. He's going for the full defuse here, but Mur will take care of that. Hits another wonderful shot, going for the 3K. He nails it. Mur steps up and finds Vega Squadron their first round on the board. Great work. That was actually quite a desperate round for them. Losing the first pick, that difficult buy, and they managed to pull it off.
They got lucky that round reset before the bomb went off as well, because I think Mir would have gone down and therefore lost his AK as well. They keep 2 players up in what will now be a potential reset. Good position from Mir. Oscar went for it. Give him credit. He had 1 shot and decided I'll hold it. But Mir had the angle covered off. 6-1. It's definitely recoverable. Got a long way to go before they wear down the economy of Mousesports. I say that though, and the co-op purchases has actually been expensive for them, so they are actually lower than I would have thought.
That 1 round they pushed aggressively to find out the remaining player. They lost 4 kills total. That cost them a lot. And then double off straight after that. They won't be high rolling for much longer. Sonny burning alive there, goes down to 45 HP. He will fall back. HG's in on his position as well. Remember, there's a massive risk of a full reset here for Vega with the Galil's out and the AWP.
Miscommunication, 2 players smoked windows, so they're 1 smoke down.
Yeah, that does happen more often than you think.
Kind of see it there on the map. There's actually 2 circles at window, overlaid on top of each other. So JR and Kashander to head toward kitchen. Stiko's been so aggressive in this position. Pushed up with the MP9 on round 2. Pushed up pretty much every other round. The rifle, timing. They know he's there. Smoke out, Kashander nails him.
Yep. Keep your guns out there. It's going to be a difficult pill to swallow, but Oscar, that's a really nice shot. Kashander actually really crisp moving there. Bunny hopping out of the window, tried to capitalize on the fact that Sticko was so pushed up, he assumed that someone would be towards short. He could catch him rotating, but it was Oscar nailing a textbook shot of his as they rotate back towards A. 30 seconds remaining. This will be their final commitment. 1 player at the connector, that's going to be Mer, and the rest of them at the A ramp.
Get caught out as well by Oscar, who's gotten back towards short, so we can see the connector. Play Sonny, doubles up, Chopper and Hutchie down.
Or is it? He's got 1 to work with. Still though, he's got Oscar behind him.
Yeah, that's a devastating reset with no bomb going down. 7-1, Mousesports bounce back. And it will leave Vega Squadron about $2,500 per player. As you can see, Sunny here with low HP as well, stepping up tremendously. I have no idea how they didn't find him on the second frame. Didn't catch this one. Okay, it was Hutchie jumping across the sandwich area, and obviously mid-air. No accuracy there. He'll be taken down. It looks like Vega Squadron will be taking Nico. Give himself about 2K. We always say they get $1,900 next round. Even a bomb this time, they'll have enough for at least AK and armor. It's not ideal, but it'll be something. As Sunny, these are his kind of rounds. He sits in the window with the AK-47, actively hunting, trying to suss out anyone he can, but it will be a B-side play from Vega here. No smokes to speak of. It's a flashbang.
Does. Down to 60. Shander pushed back. JR tagged as well as Chris continues to hold corner at Cat. Stico with a nade is actually going to take down JR the rest of the way. Catches out Chopper. He's been dominating over toward B. They haven't had any access at all. 8-1. They've had one bomb plant, and that was the round they ended up winning.
And now they're going to be investing into this one with just AK armor, maybe like one smoke each, if that. Mir, I think, can only get a pistol. So this is tough times for Vega Squadron. Mousesports looking clinical once again. They've had some great performances so far. The Astralis one comes to mind, obviously, the huge winner for them. UMP for Mir, and the rest of them, like I said, Hutchie, AK armor, no grenades. Kashanda, same story. SMG for Mir. This is a horrible round for them. I'd say a set piece has to come through. They can't rely on a default here. They have to go for grenades off the bat.
Yeah, but set piece with one smoke left.
True.
You're right, but it's just going to be so difficult. Duels cleanly flash out. It was well timed, though. That gives Hutchie a shot. Ops goes down. Sunny, though, not smoked off, can go back in the site. And Chris actually hits 2 quicker than we can respond to it. And catch the camera angle because he catches them going on toward the balcony, and Sunny just has to back off. Hutchie tries to wrap around. Still, though, it's a 2 versus 3. Vega's in it with a shout. Mir is on lone on B, and if JR thinks he's going to get there untouched or undetected, Sunny's got other plans.
Yep, Sunny's coming. He can hear you, and he'll allow him to live. I respect that. Sunny, well, just let him go towards the B-bomb site. He gets a call, and he's definitely heard him, so you can see him going behind, and they're rotating just in the top left. The CTs coordinating themselves towards the B-bomb site. It's up to Mir in the kitchen with the UMP to try and find a rotation kill here.
So bomb plant comes in as a result of letting them rotate, but they're going to be hot on their heels. You mentioned it. We've also got Sunny sneaking up toward the apartments. Catwalk covered by Oscar. He's going to wait. Give Stico some more time to get in position. As he peeks, that's when Sunny goes. Good play off of each other. And it's Mir alone. He's snuck back in through Checker. Stico needs to recognize this immediately, and already I think he has, because he's turned around from the doorway. They're going to go for the 10-second defuse, and they'll certainly get it with Oscar mopping through the window.
Very good stuff there from Mousesports. I like that from Sunny as well. Gets the information for his team. You see them use that information. He doesn't overcommit. Bomb goes down, sure, but they managed to keep 3 players alive. Chris J, this is too easy for him. This is the lack of utility really shining there. You can see exactly from his POV, no smokes, no flashes towards him. You're never going to win those rounds. Sure, you might have the greatest aims. You might be able to hit those first shots like he did on Rops, but an AWP at that sort of range is always going to come out on top, and that's pretty easy work there for Chris. He wins the round without breaking the sweat. So the bomb gets planted, Matt, and we'll be on 3rd save loss bonus. So that's going to be $2,400 per player on Vega Squadron, plus an extra $800 in the back pocket from the bomb going down. But still, that is not enough to buy. They're hovering around $3,400 per player. And it looks like they'll take another eco here. I see Deagle's coming out. This game does not feel like it's going to go well for them. They were the upset shock team of the Challenger section. But overall, since we've got into the round of 16, where things get very real indeed, haven't looked like the same dangerous team. We'll see whether they can bounce back from this. It's looking very likely to be 10-1. Very quick game so far. Have a look at the scoreboards while we have this round play in the background. JR still 1-10. At the top is Mir, 7-9. 13-5 for Chris J. Rops down at 3, but it doesn't really matter. This scoreline, you can't really look at the winning team under the microscope when they're winning to this sort of degree.
Stico ready again. We're going to put massive amounts of pressure on. He's already hit 1. Good damage on the second. Kashander just flashed off again just to somehow find room to live. Oscar nearly bails him out as well, getting low behind. We'll go down, but it's not really important because it's just Hutchie remaining.
Yeah, and he's 4 HP with a Deagle. Desperately trying to get into the window there. Come on, Hutchie, let's get it over with, shall we?
Henry's got plans.
Oh, he's got an AK.
Big lunch plans.
I'll give him that. So at least he saves the AK. That's something. The problem is he will get no money, but he has got 2,800 residual cash. So if he saves that, that's armor, nades, everything he needs. Actually does help him out. He'll probably still go down as he heads towards short. 50 seconds remaining. There's a score, but I just mentioned you can see all the stats for yourself there. I won't read them out. And down he goes. Oscar with the CZ. The remnants of Hutchie there. The corpse on the floor. And round of 12 comes in. Finally some cash coming in their favour once again. Pretty simple stuff. Nothing too flashy from Sticko. A little bit awkward for him overall, but got the frags. And we'll go into round number 12.
Up for Oscar. Still. He has to invest $600 and he's fully loaded.
I think this is the right play. They're just going to start going for set pieces now.
Glass cannon for JR as well.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't done more set pieces on A. They haven't done anything to get map control. Look at the confidence. Oscar's already top mid.
Yeah, he's having a party right now. He's just going to be pushing around the map. AWP out.
Chris is behind him as well, so even if the op doesn't suffice, M4 is there.
They've got no one in this position whatsoever. Do you know how much information they're gathering right now? This is nuts. This should not be happening.
Chris is going to go one way. The op will go the other. This is huge. Problem is the op's actually running through CT right now.
How much
so
intel have they
Oscar's going to
got?
get behind them. He needs to slow down. He's done so now. This is everywhere. They're behind them on both sides of the map. Chris gets a free kill now. Bang, dead, and that's just one. Meanwhile, we snap it back over. Rops and Sonny inside of the site. They'll get the ball played. That's fine because Chris is already there. JR goes down, and they're going to realize, oh my God.
Yeah, this
How
is...
ridiculous is this? Mousesports is just walking all over the map wherever they want. Chris back in toward the site. Oscar as well, excuse me. And he's easily got kills. AWP and defuse in.
The ref had to call this game. They're not fighting back. This is awful. Vega Squadron, so many holes in the defense there. And they're on the T side. It looks like the Mousesports side are on the offense. It's absolutely unbelievable. Mousesports pushing middle. One player in B apartments, one in T spawn. This is an absolute battering right now. Vega Squadron have no response. They're being made to look very amateur as Mousesports dissect them every single round. Bomb gets planted as we get back to the maximum loss bonus, I believe. Yes, indeed we do. 11-1 overall for those listening on the radio. Mousesports CT side of Mirage is looking incredibly sharp right now. First game of the day. Early mornings, but no excuse to present this level of play. Mousesports need to just keep to the same game plan they're showing right now. Keep mixing up with mixed aggression, and Shanda goes through, ready and waiting into the Lion's Den as Oscar and Chris J double team them in the connector there.
Chris spotted.
Surely not. Oh my God.
Fair enough.
It's done, Matt. It's over.
Yep. Just destroyed. Similar to the one tap we saw with the USP and the pistol. Chris over top the boxes. He's shot off.
Here we go.
Chopper does put him down. That's going to bring us back to at least only a one-man deficit. Very rarely I say they have the advantage on Vega's side.
Well, this is at least winnable. That's something. Chopper had to go above and beyond with that AK-47. Chris J doesn't seem to care, though. Here he comes.
Very slow reactions. I think the map does get the kill on Chris. That's going to pull both players toward him. Bomb is sneaking to B. JR needs to go. Yeah, and he's going to. He realizes it now as Stiko peeks. Chopper had the information to where both were. He spotted Stiko as well. So 1 versus 2. Bomb easily planted at B. They're going to realize it any second.
Doesn't plant for sure. I think that would have been the way to win the round. He's going to be...
The smoke out really early as well.
Well, he goes aggressive in kitchens. This isn't too bad. There we go. Movement is on point.
Well, that's what I was going to say. If you get caught on that window jumping back, that would just be a tragic way to end it. What a shot. Flick up to Stiko. Good read. Smoke on Cat. Focus toward the window. And 2 rounds now for Vega. But
this is Mousesports getting sloppy, though. You can see they don't have to challenge everything they are. They're getting a bit too confident there in those tight situations. That was a huge lead, and then everyone facing and challenging. They're having a very fun time, but Chris J, especially facing the sandwich, that didn't really have to happen at all. But there we go, 11-2, nothing too disastrous. Great work from Chopper to get those opening frags, and JR getting the confidence there, closing it out. His 4th frag of the game finds them their 2nd round on the board. Smokes come through. Chris J, very good at that jump. Will be looking for anyone crossing. He might want to fall back at this stage. Oscar will go down.
Not. Flash up, and Chris goes right back in. Confidence is key.
Yeah. He's having a lot of fun right here.
Oh, wow.
He's not done.
Deep smoke on Cat. He's going to try and push it. How often do you see that? There's 3 players there, Chris.
All right.
That's 1 at least. 3 versus 2, however. Still doable. If they can split up the defense enough. Look at the push now from Stiko. He's going to go through apartments. Everyone, everywhere.
Yeah, this is a massive problem for Vega. They're losing control at almost every point on the map. Bomb still down at the top and middle. Lose this, remember, they have pistols for round number 15. It will very likely be a 13-2 game. 3 versus 2. Sunny's push Palace. Sticker in the B apartments. Chopper cowering in T-Spawn now with the AWP.
We'll pick up the bomb at least. Now work together toward B. Stico can rotate. Sunny's already pushed through A. So Stico has mid. The only place they don't have is underpass. Sunny's already confirmed they're not at A. So Stico can start to cheat. In fact, he's going to. He's going to work directly behind them. So I take that back. I thought he was in window. Underpass is cleared. So this has to be B. Stico's there. Sunny's just hoping that they haven't wrapped back to mid, so he's taking it for now. Rops was just patiently waiting because all the information pointed to him. All signs led to his gun, and it's now, as you say, 12-2 with pistols for Vega.
Just says it all. The fact that Chris J is just rushing around middle by himself through smokes and is challenging time and time again. They have no response for it. It feels like the game's already done, and Rob's very simple procedure for him. Takes them both down. There was 10 seconds remaining. They traded that. He wouldn't win the round. And it's round number 15. It's looking likely to be 13-2. As I said, they've got absolutely no money at all. Pistols and a MAC-10. That is not great news. That's a horrible buy in anyone's book. Even for a partial buy, it's not great. You'd expect to at least have some grenades in a partial buy. Don't even have the Deagles here. They had to opt for PT-50s and CZs. Obviously the cheaper of the upgraded pistols. Hachi takes a nade to the face, down to 10 HP he goes. And that's one of the easiest frags they can ever get in this tournament.
He's had a few easy ones on B today, if I'm honest. Rops, Sunny, they'll follow it up. And 13-2 looks likely.
This is not the same team, is it?
No, as I said from the very beginning, the timings are off. They weren't taking any map control. That was something Vega were at least decent at. We're using, taking advantage of utility to get position, to put people into duels that were winnable. They didn't have any of that. They left. How many times did mid get occupied by CTs?
It's an unbelievable amount of times. Like they were pushing B apartments, Palace, middle, and not finding anyone. They had them in T spawn almost every single round. Like, they just needed to focus right there and then. Gun rounds, we're not winning these defaults, getting pushed everywhere. Set pieces off the bat, let's go for B executions, A executions, A splits. Let's have strategies at the very start of each round, because these defaults are getting absolutely wrecked. We have no control of the map whatsoever. We need to just take a timeout, halfway through and realize, right, they're obviously on point, we're not. We need to focus more, getting our star players into positions where risks are eradicated, we can get the bomb down and actually win some clutches. But
of course, the magic. Well, of course, the magic wears off as soon as I predict them, right, Hank? That's what it was.
Yeah, you joined the Moses train with the Sharks.
When you put it that way, it sounds awful. I joined the Vega train. Moses just happens to be on it.
He's the conductor.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's.
That's why I didn't recognize him. He had a hat covering up the hair. The lack of.
He's head of social media, so he does all the shark gifts for them.
Oh right.
That shark though is dead in the water, I would say. You like that?
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
is good.
That was
top draw.
Pretty average, really. I mean, he lives in the water and he died. What else was there something clever I missed there?
I'm just saying. I'm here all week.
We have one more day after today, Henry.
Well, still stands. I'm here all week. Either way, it will be the maximum 2 minutes, I think, for Vega. They'll try and win this the best they can. It's not over till it's over. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. They can win the pistol here and grind this one out. That is not the face of a man who looks like he's believing just yet.
Yeah, I don't really blame him. Maybe we just need to get some blood in the water to make the Sharks hungry.
Yeah. He needs to kill some people first to shed some blood.
Sure.
That has to happen. But yeah, like I said, they'll take the full 2 minutes here. You are entitled to it at halftime. And we'll just work out what kind of player. I can probably look at the buys while we're here.
Every single person on Mousesports has more or at least equal to the greatest fragger on Vega. So Rops is the lowest on Mousesports. He has 8. The top on Vega has 8.
That's pretty unbelievable. Oscar and Chris J both got 18.
It's true.
Completely wrecked him. We'll have a look at the buys. We can do that while we wait. 4 sets of armor for the CT side. That's Vega now, as they switch over. Chopper with the diffuse kit and the smoke. And we'll have a look at the T side. P250 for Rops. He normally gets dropped the P250. He actually opts for a smoke and a flashbang this time. No armor for him, and his teammates will have Glocks. Probably smoking one particular area, flashing them in. A-Ram makes a lot of sense. You can smoke either CT spawn, or I guess that makes the most sense. So I guess CT spawn, flashing over, and they go out of Palace or something like that. That would be my guess. But they are facing towards B, so they might just smoke off and run towards middle, it seems. Smoking towards the window area. JR won't going to do much about that. Let's go fast in that connector.
So quick. The air shut him down already. He's tagged back. Chris J again on the pistols. Looking quite sharp. Block. But JR's got the shot back. Drops. Ooh. Whack-a-mole. Sees the head pop up of Kashandra, but he'll fall off of it. Instead, it's over toward B. Hutchie shuts down Sunny. It's Oscar that has to recover. He's got to do so alone. A 1 versus 2, essentially, from his position until such time that Rops can get there. Bomb down in the site. Rops now versus 3, and Vega might have the second pistol in their hands.
I think you might be absolutely right there. Rops with the PT-50. Remember, no armor, so he's going to be very squishy indeed. Bomb is down, and Vega Squadron have done it. Their campaign begins right here, right now. All will be forgiven if they can get the 3-0, win the first gun round, and start applying the pressure. Rops will come out, and obviously he can here with the PT-50. Have one-tap potential, just like the USB, but they're still fired up. That's going to find them some success here. 13-3 now. You would assume Mousesports forced by in the second, no bomb going down. The Deagles will come out. Could go for the very passive approach and take a full eco, maybe get Galil's next round. Surprise him. I think they've taken the time out to decide what the play is here. How can we maximize our chances of winning the game early and not feel that pressure? We've had a lot of dreams smashed before in the major. Huge score lines falling apart. Blink and you'll miss it. It can happen. So it's good the coach comes in right now at NBT to discuss the ideas. They have gone for the force buy. I can confirm Deagle's armor. Everyone's all in, even Oscar the Orpa. So they're going to try and win this one out. Certainly a viable strategy on Mirage. It's a very Deagle-centric map. We'll see where they can step up here.
That would be one way to put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Congrats on winning a pistol. Get wrecked.
We'll take that back.
Oh, Sonny. Look out toward A main. Smoke down in his face. Meanwhile, Oscar putting a little bit of pressure toward B. Hutchie, the one that sits on the platform with Mir nearby. Gap for Sonny, but he won't be able to spot toward Sandwich. He's not wrong in assuming that one might be there. Chopper is.
Just trying to bait out anything they can now. It's a pretty hard default with Oscar focusing towards the underpass right now, seeing if anyone gets themselves up at that window. Sunny challenging at A-Ram, just hoping to bait out the grenades. There's an incendiary, expensive grenade to throw. As they start coordinating themselves towards the A-bombs, you can see Rops in Palace, Sunny at A-Ram, players towards the connector. And this is a time to strike. MP9s and UMPs on the A-bomb site. Rob's waiting for a mistake to be made. If anyone wants to get information towards the Palace, they can sneak up the ladder and have a little look. Oscar, though, how has he managed to get this deep on the side? Can't nail the shot, but Chris J does. Rops comes in with a headshot of his own. This is looking like a very problematic round now. Oscar patrols the vent. Flashbang will come through. That's not going to do anything, though. It's a guarantee kill for Oscar. Oh, not as clean as I would like, but they all count. And it looks like a round for Chris J and Co. Oh, the scout is just brutal in this position.
That USB, I thought maybe it was going to get more than that, but you're right, taking down. Bomb was planted anyway. 14-13, it is stolen back. That's about as bad as it gets. I think I heard some colorful Russian beside me.
Oh, yeah?
Just a bit.
Oh.
It's about the only word I know.
Not a great time for them right now. 14-3, and they have to be on pistols, and they're looking down the barrel of match points. So it'll be CZ's Desert Eagles as Mousesports just run a default with their pistols and take them down one by one. And once again, Vega crumble. After winning the pistol convincingly, we thought there was a chance. Now they'll take a pause once again, of course. If you're just joining us, this is the 1-1 game. No one will go home if they lose this one. We have got some of those games coming up. Some of the teams looking to make the legend status, and a couple of them trying to avoid going home today. So it's a big day.
It was a large day. Hard to believe. 2 weeks, or not even 2 weeks ago, a week ago, we had 24 teams. We're going to get down to 2 of our final 8 today, and unfortunately 2 to go home. Question is who's going home? It won't be either of these 2. They'll play tomorrow no matter what. But who's going to have the upper hand and going 2-1? I would say Mousesports, Hank.
I think you might be right.
I thought it was going to be Vega. I'm not going to lie. My prediction's wrong. You know what? 7 for 8 is going to be okay, though. I'll still be all right today. Thought I was going to get the 8 for 8 today. Apparently not. Good scout shot. Hoochie tag 29 and seemingly hadn't had enough. Sadistic goes back for more.
Apparently so. He wants to be punished. 5 on 4. And at this point, they'll just wait for the reactions. Nothing has to be done. Mousesports will play this very methodically. Getting match point this early on, it's a huge milestone, obviously. But loses sort of round the tilt can set in as Oscar hits yet another scout shot there. Takes GR down to 29 HP. Could actually fill him up. What an alley-oop that would be. Oh my god, that's so well played by Oscar. The awareness of this guy is unreal. B-bomb sets open, I'm afraid, and that should be the round. 5 versus 3 as Oscar picked them apart 1 by 1.
Yep, pretty straightforward. Mir and Kashander trying to do what they can at A main. Good luck. Bomb's going to go B any second. Taking their time about it. Don't want to get caught off guard. Teams might rush at this point with a 14-3 lead and just think, yep, well, let's just win it.
Well, that's how mistakes are made.
Exactly. I can tell you lots of ways mistakes are made, Henry. I've made a few. I'll write a book someday.
Yeah, I've already got the title on mine. It's called Confessions of a Caster by Henry G. Oh. Richard Lewis is the ghostwriter. He's got most of the stories in his head already, so that helps.
I was going to call mine Herpes and Hemorrhoids, a story of a sadist.
Bloody hell. It will be 14-3 very shortly to be 15 as we move swiftly on. And we go into Chopper, Mir and Kashander desperately trying to hold on to their Desert Eagles and CZs. Rob's looking towards T-Spawn, and this is not looking good, let me tell you, for Vega Squadron. There's almost no chance of them winning this game at this stage, and I was excited for this one, I have to say. For Vega, they've been a fun team to watch this tournament. They've had top teams on the ropes, have taken some of them as well. Remember, they beat FaZe earlier on in the tournament. It was a bit of an anomaly. I think FaZe played themselves going into that game, being so worried about the PCW results. There it is, match point. What a quick game this has been. All 5 players survive in Mousesports.
And they need to stay on A, obviously. They can't go for the retake because they want the armor. They might as well get something going for them in the next round. I don't know how she double jumps there. Perhaps he's given up as well.
There he is. The main man, the AWP player and scout player, it seems, of Mousesports, Oscar. Left the team earlier in 2017. He was benched where he felt like he lost his confidence. He wasn't gelling with the team.
I think there was also something that came into it about him not being able to practice as much as he needed or not being...
Sure.
I can't remember if it was family or if it was just a motivation issue. But you're right. When they brought him back, I thought, okay, well, they still have him under contract. This is just desperate. They've lost Nico. I was in the same mindset. You know, this team's on the way out. He's really turned things around.
Absolutely. Sunny with the first shot there. Takes one down towards the connector. Oscar got a chance to find a scout shot there, but take another 3. It's good. Hutchie wants him. Firing off and have to fall back there. Doesn't really have much left to work with. He knows he's got Oscar on low HP, and he probably finds him, I'd imagine. He is really committed to this frags. He sits in the windowsill there. Take down Oscar, but it still won't help them out too much, and he gets flashed by his own team. That is quite shocking. Down you go. Yep, completely widescreened by your teammates. Not ideal. Grenades coming in. They really want that kill on Oscar. They know they've tagged them up. They're doing damage to Chris J, but not to their intended target.
Sunny to hold. Top mid. AK tags Chopper. Without Alu. Sunny flies the finish flag this time. Chris is going to rotate back around to A with Bomb as well. Do Twice elite good play from Rops. JR found up close to UMPs and a Deagle. That's all that remains for Vega in what has been the most lackluster game of not only this major, but also the qualifier. They looked excellent up until now. They've looked well refined as a unit, but unfortunately, they've fallen apart. The bomb just got there in time. You're right. They left it long. Bomb carrier went down. I think that was a misplay, pushing and overextending, but they'll make do. 16-3. That is an absolute